Africa, 65% of land is affected by degradation. This makes communities more susceptible to drought, flood, and other effects of climate change. At the same time, as African economies grow and urbanize, demand for domestic industrial wood products continues to rise. However, new forest plantations to meet this demand are difficult and costly to establish. Smallholder forestry presents a transformative opportunity to meet these twin challenges. Smallholder forestry can be conducted on unused, degraded portions of smallholder farming plots. At less than 20% the cost of traditional plantations, smallholder forestry can also provide long-term savings and crop diversification to farmers. The Smallholder Forestry Vehicle will be the first and only investment mechanism to scale up forestry by smallholder farmers in Africa. So how does it work? A company partners with smallholder farmers and their communities to secure rights to degraded lands for tree growing. The company provides free training to farmers and retains ownership of seedlings and trees for the first year and a half, the riskiest stage for tree mortality, while the farmers provide land and limited labor. Eventually, the company aggregates and sells tree contracts to a special purpose investment vehicle backed by debt and equity investors. Profits are shared back with these investors as well as with farmers. The smallholder forestry company Komaza, which proposed the idea to the lab, will launch the vehicle in coastal Kenya, an area of high vulnerability to drought and flooding. It could then expand to other regions and countries, including Ethiopia, Mozambique, Rwanda, Tanzania, and Uganda. As of 2018, Komaza has already planted 3,800 hectares of trees with 14,000 farmers. For the first investment vehicle, Komaza seeks to raise $35 million to purchase 5,000 hectares of trees. That's $21 million in commercial and concessional guaranteed debt and $14 million in equity. This proof of concept will test this new model of forestry investment. Once proven, Komaza will launch follow-on vehicles every 3 to 5 years that will each be 50 to 100 million in size and cover up to 15,000 hectares of planting. That's more than twice the size of Manhattan Island. For investors, the Smallholder Forestry Vehicle provides a low-risk, long-term portfolio by aggregating geographically diverse tree farms and reducing both transaction costs and risks compared with business-as-usual forestry investments. The first vehicle is expected to provide total returns of over 10% to investors over its lifetime, while subsequent vehicles will likely return around 15 to 20%. The Smallholder Forestry Vehicle is also expected to generate crucial climate resilience benefits as well as add to the livelihoods of farmers. Lab analysis shows that the first investment vehicle will restore 5,000 hectares of unused degraded land and reach over 16,000 farming households. Each tree farm can increase a household's income by 10 to 30% over 12 years, as well as enhance its resilience to climate shocks. By 2030, the Smallholder Forestry Vehicle has the potential to restore more than 40,000 hectares of degraded land and reach 50,000 farming households. By creating a new forestry asset class, the Smallholder Forestry Vehicle aims to make smallholder forestry as commercially viable as it is good for the environment and for people.